Hi there, neighbors. Welcome back to the next episode of our Pokemon Theta Emerald EX Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we caught ourselves a Beldum and named him Texas, and in today's episode, we are going to go to Mountain... I freaked it up! Oh my gosh, I did Mr. Rogers so bad. Hello boys and girls. Today is actually, yes, another episode of our Pokemon Theta Emerald EX Nuzlocke, and I wasn't lying about the Beldum. We actually did catch a Beldum at the end, beginning, middle section, don't remember of last episode. It's been several days since I recorded, so things were a little fuzzy. We caught Texas the Beldum, who then subsequently evolved into a Metang, of course, and we also caught a Lickitung, if I'm not remembering it incorrectly. I think we caught a Lickitung as well. And I also did not lie that in today's episode we are heading to, not Meteor Falls, but Mount Meteor. I don't honestly remember the name of what the area is called, but that's where we're going to be heading in today's episode as we run past many a trainer while doing so. We're going to be taking on, I can't remember if it was Team Aqua or Magma. I want to say it's Team Magma. Would make sense since it is a fiery volcano. We're going to be taking on Team Magma, which is, you know, easier said than done. A little bit scary, actually, now that it's come out of my mouth. And we're going to just see how we can do. And if we do really well, we may make it to... I doubt we're going to take on the 4th gym in today's episode. Let me just get that out of the way right off the bat. I doubt we will be taking on the 4th gym in today's episode, but we may make it to the town with the 4th gym. I don't know how long it's going to take us to do all this stuff, but we will try nonetheless. Let's go ahead and get the elephant out of the room right off the bat as well. My hair's jacked today. I know. I literally sat here for 15 minutes before the video doing this, trying to fix it, but it's torched. I woke up real late for work this morning and did a fantastic little 2-second shower. And when you do a 2-second shower and you spend about 2 seconds on hair, I basically took a towel and did this and then went to work. And this is what you end up with, some strange, weird one-horned man over here. We're gonna take the cable car all the way up to the top of the mountain. Mount Chimney, is it? That's what it's called? For some reason, Mount Chimney is coming to mind. Please tell me I'm correct. Mount Chimney, look at that. If they expand the land, there'll be less habitat for water. Okay, so we got it. They want to make land, we want to make water. One of them wants to make it rain, one of them wants to make it dry. This man Poochie taking 3 on at once. Gilmore, I should have guessed you'd show up. See for yourself what the fanatics of Team Magma are up to. They're trying to inject a stolen meteorite's power into the volcano. Doing something like that will cause the volcano's eruption. Okay, so there's nothing over here. I thought there was like a TM over there. I am incorrect. There is a yellow poke. What happened to these Poochyena? Hold on. They're going mega. I'm not doing a double battle, so we're gonna take on this trainer first. If there was more land, I'd be able to get a big house of my own. We'll just play The Sims. I got a nice little joke, not joke for you. It's a life hack. When you're poor like me and you can't live in a nice house, you just buy yourself the copy of The Sims. It's like $10, super cheap. You can get an old copy, Sims Bustin' Out maybe, Sims Herbs, and you build yourself a house that you could never afford in real life. Oh my gosh, my hair, it looks like a gummy worm. Not good. Okay, we have a Fletchinder, which I don't know why I pressed battle. We're clearly not staying in against a Fletchinder. Instead, we're going to go into our Sashimi because that makes the most sense. The fact that this Fletchinder is level 30 kind of scares me. Oh, that's going to be a lot of damage. If we don't land this Rock Slide, this man's whipping up a whirlwind. Rock Slide's gonna one-shot this thing because it is quad effective, so I am less worried. And did I buy super potions last episode? Even though I haven't played in like 6 days, I do remember that I needed super potions. So if I didn't buy those, we're in trouble. But it's okay because the Team Magma Grunt has been defeated, and we will quickly see if we bought any super potions. We bought super potions, which is fantastic. Only 25 though. Not like we have the greatest reserves ever, but we will attempt to figure them out. There's something over there too. I'm sorry, sir. I skipped your text. You're just not that important to me. Yo, I'm about to put a hat on. I'm about to put a dang hat on because I'm so upset with the way this hair situation's turned out. Team Magma Grunt is going to battle, sending in a Charmeleon. We shouldn't have guessed we're going to be fighting a lot of fire types, which means, Texas is kind of useless, if we're being 100% honest. Really, Sashimi's gonna carry us through this battle, and in fact, we may get ourselves a Swampert in today's episode. It's starting to look like it. Scary Face is going to attack. Not scared. Go for the Aqua Tail. You go for the Scary Face again. I can't say I really understand it. just reminded me of something else. I am very excited to let you guys know that I did get a new car finally. That's kind of what I've been doing over the last couple days, why I haven't been able to record. I've been doing a lot of car shopping, a lot of comparing. It's super fun, by the way, to go test drive a bunch of cars, but let me tell you what's not fun. The millions of calls and texts and emails you get from those freaking places afterwards, because they all want your number. Like the dude from that Mad TV skit, they want your number, and I sillily gave them my number. What the? There's a strange force blocking the way. How about you wait till later to check it out? Okay. They ask for your number, and they're like, I swear we won't spam you. And then every day, will you buy my car? 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 Please buy my car. I'll literally give you my car. None of them said that, obviously, otherwise I'd have like 8 cars right now, but yeah, even after I ended up buying a car and I let them know, hey, I am driving a car that is not yours, they're still like, well, would you like another, maybe you could have another car? A little ridiculous in my opinion, but it's their job, so I cannot really complain them. Kyle, it almost looks like he doesn't even have a head. Like, it almost looks like he doesn't even have, it's a neck and they forgot to draw the head on or something. Let's go for the brick break here. Should one-shot this thing with our crazy attack stat. But yeah, I got myself it's not a new car, I should say. It is a used car, of course. Still not feeling so great on the bank account, though, even though it is used. It is a 2016 Honda Civic LXP. It's a 2-door car. You guys remember I was debating in the last episode. I was like, I don't want to necessarily get a new car. I mean, I don't necessarily want to get, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I was debating between like, should I get something that's like safe and reliable and boring, or should I get something a little bit more fun? I went back and forth for like 25 minutes. Maybe you guys left comments on that video and gave me suggestions. Well, since that video never went live yet, I didn't read your suggestions and I apologize for that. However, I did end up just going with the more fun, sportier option. It's the 2-door, which yeah, it stinks for people that want to sit in the back seat, but you know what? They can just deal with it, unfortunately. Georgie's gonna get poisoned, which stinks. I may end up running back to the old lady in the house after this, which I know is far away, but I really don't feel like wasting all my potions. I guess I can just waste my potions. We're gonna get money eventually, I suppose. Georgie's gonna take a little bit more damage from poison, which isn't great for us. Ooh, a Snorlax is gonna come in next. I don't actually, low sweep is different than low kick. Low kick uses your weight against you. Low sweep does not do that. I don't know that we can one-shot a Snorlax here. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. We might die here. We might die here. Kyle's pretty strong, but a Snorlax is quite defensive. Yeah, I didn't think that was gonna take you out. If he goes for, okay, good. I was gonna say, if he went for body slam or something stab, that was a crit, so we're fine. If he would have went for body slam or, like I said, something normal type, I think he probably would have killed us. Instead, he went for the resisted crunch for some reason, which I will never understand, but I'm thankful for. Very thankful for. Darmanitan's coming in next. I'm sorry, Texas. There's really nothing I can send. I guess I could have sent you in against it, but he had crunch, so I really can't send you in against anything, and you're really not going to be that helpful against the next gym either, because it's fire type. This is a nice 35. This is some decent little prep for the next gym, though, I will say. Wow. Thank goodness we landed a crit there. I don't know if it mattered or not, but I was not going to live another one of those, which is kind of scary. We may go ahead and consider if I have a rare candy. I think I used my only rare candy on Beldum in the last episode. I don't think I have another rare candy. Yeah, I only had one. I kind of would like a Swampert before going into this battle, not only because I have a Swampertite, but, you know, also for other reasons. What's the easiest way for me to get a Swampert before the next battle? I mean, I could go train up against some random pokes. But again, that seems like kind of a waste of time. I am going to run back to that lady and go heal, like I said. I'm going to try to save. I'm trying to save energy, trying to save our potions, because we have been running through money rather quickly, and it's kind of scary, to be honest. But yeah, I got a 2016 Honda Civic LXP. You can type it in on Google if you want to. It's bright blue, very bright blue, which is funny because my last car was blue, and one of my main things going to this one was like, I just don't want another blue car. Blue's okay. It's an okay color. It's like a 5 out of 10 color. But I don't know. Depends on the shade of blue, I suppose. A darker blue is nice, but this is a little bit of a brighter blue. But the rest of the car itself was just too pretty. It was a little bit out of my budget, but you know what? I said, okay, you got me, I'll buy it. And then I bought it anyway because we got a pretty good deal. And I'm not going to reveal numbers or anything, obviously, but it's fun to drive. And that's the main thing I was looking for in a car. Sleek, stylish, and fun to drive because you know what? I'm in my early 20s and I don't have to grow up yet, which is probably not true, but it's what I'm telling myself. Now I'm going to grind Sashimi up very quickly, back and forth here very quickly. I'm now realizing this is going to take about 100 years. We're gaining almost no experience from this. But I want Sashimi to gain one more level. That man was going for explosion. Let's just remember that those boys can explode on us. I'm just trying to get one more level out of Sashimi. I did not mean to do that. Trying to get one more level out of Sashimi before we end up going against our, Archie or Maxi. I guess Maxi because it's Team Magma. Before we go against him, I would like to gain this last little level right here. Okay, I thought we were gonna hit it there, but we didn't. I would like to gain this last little level here because I think it's gonna be possibly very important to have. Okay, what's on takedown? That's not that great. I was more excited for what's coming next, which is an evolution screen. I think we may need this Swampert against this battle. I'm not 100% sure, but the fact that the guy leading up to the leader had a 35 Darmanitan, I'm gonna go ahead and assume the worst is coming in this battle, and I'd rather be more prepared than not. This is our only Pokemon at level 35, so getting up to 36, they changed his sprite, and I'm so happy. One of my biggest pet peeves is that the 3rd gen, oh my gosh, the 3rd gen Swampert sprite, and you can't deny it, don't even start defending it in the comments right now. Swampert Sapphire sprite. The 3rd gen Swampert sprite is probably most of the reason I don't like the Pokemon. It looked so ugly. You cannot tell me. I'm going to show you this sprite. Hopefully it shows up on the screen. Can you see this sprite? That is one of the ugliest sprites I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what it is about it. The back sprite is even worse. Can we find the back sprite? Do we got the back sprite on here? Oh no, what have I just discovered? No. What is that? Do you see that for alligator sprite? It's not even a sprite, it's just a picture of his butt jiggling. I can't find the back sprite, but just know that his back sprite also, no, I don't care about related images. I want the Swampert Sapphire back sprite. They don't have it in here, unfortunately. But if you play through the games, then you can potentially agree with me. He wants to learn Hammer Arm, which is kind of interesting. Since you're not a special attacker, we can probably get rid of Sludge Wave. But we don't have a poison type move on the team, and we do have a fighting type on the team. So I actually don't think Hammer Arm is that strictly necessary. I am going to stop learning Hammer Arm. We're going to not learn that, and we're going to take a look at Sashimi in his final form now. So I really like that they changed that that sprite. I don't know if the back sprite's changed. We'll have to see once we get into a battle. Yeah, your attack is significantly higher than your special attack. So Hammer Arm was probably a better play. But like I said, we don't have a poison type move on the team now unless I'm forgetting somebody. But I don't think we have poison type coverage, which will be nice against fairy types. So I like that as an option. I'm going to heal up my PP real fast. And then we're going to go back up to Mount Chimney and take on Maxi, who I'm a little scared of, like I said, because the admin before him had 5 Pokemon at level 35s-ish, and so he's probably gonna have 6 Pokemon, maybe. I don't know they do that to me right before a gym battle. Okay, they fixed the back sprite too. This is not the same back sprite. He looks so much skinnier. It's like Swampert went on the keto diet. He looks so much better. Thank you to whoever created this game, LC Cool J, 1996, 95, 90 some year. Thank you so much for fixing that sprite, because that was one of my biggest pet peeves. Is I hated Swampert's sprite. And then when I see him in later generations when he's actually in 3D, I'm like, oh, he actually looks really cool. Like my car, he's blue like my car. Oh my, those Poochyena gotta get that stuff figured out. They're like a radiator or something. Okay, Maxi. I don't know why I did that. Getting some friction in my hands, I guess, a little warmth. The power contained in the meteorite. By amplifying its power within this machine, Mount Chimney's volcanic activity will instantly intensify. Its energy will grow deep inside the crater and... That's not even a laugh. Who are you? I'd heard Archie be bemoaning a child who's been meddling in Team Aqua's affairs. It must be you he meant. If you're thinking of interfering with us, Team Magma, now you listen. Long ago, living things used to land and live, use the land to live and grow. That is why land is all important. It is the cradle of all. That is why Team Magma is dedicated to the expansion of the landmass. It is for further advancement of humankind and Pokemon, and for that we need the power of what sleeps within this mountain. Oh, there was no need for you to learn that much, but no matter, I'll teach you the consequences of meddling in our grand design. The problem with doing voices in this game, or in any game for me, is that I wish there was a way, you know how when you're on like a web page you can bookmark it? And then you can come back to that same web page at any time. I can't bookmark the voices in my brain. So I will go ahead and give you a guarantee that the next time I face Maxie, I will forget that I just did that voice, and he'll probably just get a generic British accent, because that's my go-to. I forgot what voice I gave this guy. So let's go with the British accent. We're gonna start with the level 33 Golbat. Actually not horrible for us. Could potentially even go into Texas here. It's an option. Could potentially go into Texas here. I mean, he could no bite and or crunch, and that's going to do a lot of damage. I'm going to go into Texas. I need Texas to get a little bit of experience. Of course, the one battle that I take Texas out of the lead spot, it's actually not the best opportunity for him to be in the lead spot. So acrobatics does that much. That's not that big a deal. Okay, he's just gonna go for the acrobatics, which is fine. Scary move, a very scary move. Probably like, is it the strongest flying type move while you're not holding an item? I'm not sure. Luckily, the Zen Headbutt is not gonna get the job done. Go for one more. He's gonna heal up with a super potion. Can we go ahead and just get a crit on this Zen Headbutt, Texas? You would be like my best friend if we can go ahead and just get a crit on this Zen Headbutt. Not quite, but you know what? Probably not in bullet punch range either, unfortunately, so we're actually going to, that was a crit. We're actually gonna have to stick with going for another Zen Headbutt, and thank you for not missing. I do appreciate it. I know that it has the chance of missing, but I appreciate you choosing not to miss for me. It means a lot. Okay. The next Pokemon sent in is gonna be the Houndoom. It's gonna be the Houndoom, which means I'm fine going into Clile. Clile has Sturdy. Is this his, no, his ace is gonna be a Camerupt. I wonder if he'll have Mega Evolution. This will be interesting because we did find the Swampert, which I forgot to give the Swampert, I'm an idiot. But we don't have the Mega Bracelet. I don't know if the Mega Bracelet is in this game. But how many questions can I ask myself? I don't know. How many questions could you ask yourself? I don't know. We'll find out pretty soon. Do I go for the Bulldoze and slow this thing down? I think I do go for, okay, we're already faster, so it's actually not even that big a deal. But technically the smarter play was to go for that Bulldoze. Actually, it wasn't, because a Stab Brick Break would have just taken this thing out, and then I wouldn't have had to deal with the Snarl that's about to happen. Which, what does that do? Does that paralyze me? Lowers my special attack. Well, that's not really that big a deal to me, because I can just go for the Brick Break and take you out. If we can get some a Mach Punch on Clile, a little bit of priority, that would be awesome as well. Then I wouldn't have to worry about the speed issue. A Pupitar's coming in next, huh? I think Clile's fine to stay in against a Pupitar and release a quad effective Brick Break. I wouldn't think this thing would live. I know it's defensive, but I don't see it living. Yeah, it's gonna go down to the quad effective Brick Break. Thank you, Clile, for doing that for me. Still having a little bit of trouble. This boy wants to bulk up. This boy's thinking about bulking up. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Bide for bulk up, just to have a little bit of setup option, just in case we want to with Clile. He's got Sturdy, so a decent setup mon. A Lampin is coming in next. As I've said before, unfortunately, Lampin is like the perfect counter to Retro, but not necessarily the perfect counter to Georgie, so we're gonna go in and Shadow Ball this thing. It's not a full evolution yet. It is not a Chandelure yet. Man, this guy's gonna have a fearsome team when he gets done. Is he gonna have a T-Tar, a Chandelure, a Houndoom? Oh, we do have a Poison type move. We have Clear Smog. He's gonna have a pretty fearsome team by the time all is said and done. But the goal, obviously, is that our team's gonna be even more fearsome, which it's looking like it thus far. I mean, look at this Grape on screen right now. My boy here, the Grape Wonder, is gonna make everything just fine. And then, of course, we'll go into Sashimi for the last Pokemon. It's the Camerupt. It's probably gonna be level 35. Probably didn't even need Sashimi to evolve into Swampert to get this bad boy done. It's 35. And we have a quad effective. Well, we had a quad effective Aqua Tail going in, and now he's gonna set up. Sashimi, you see what you did there? Is this because I ate sushi yesterday? You're gonna punish me for my bad dining habits? Let's see if the Aqua Tail can still take it out. Hint, hint, it's gonna take it out nonetheless. I'm not worried. It's a Camerupt, and it's a crit, so your defense boost didn't even matter. That makes me pretty happy. That makes me pretty darn happy. Magma Leader Max is gonna go. Don't tell me I've already forgot the voice. I kinda did. What? Maxie was caught off guard. That's probably not the exact same voice, but you know what? It's grovelly enough that it's kinda similar. But enough. I will back off this time. But don't think that this is the last you've seen of Team Magma. Foo foo foo. Even without the meteorite, if we obtain that orb, foo 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 foo. Archie's here. Archie's had about 12 different voices, so I've forgotten his. Gilmore, thank you. With your help, we thwarted Team Magma's destructive plan. But you, whose side are you on? It doesn't matter. We will remain vigilant and keep up our pursuit of Team Magma. Gilmore, we shall meet again. I actually love the story in 3rd Gen. As much as I say 3rd Gen may be one of my least favorite games, I love the story. We're gonna go ahead and take the meteorite. We could, of course, return that to Professor Cosmo, and I think we get a TM for doing so, so I think we will do that real fast. I'm also going to grab TM59, which is TM59 is Incinerate, which nobody can learn, so never mind. Man, remember when I had a Numel and we had a Fire-type move on the team? Oopsie poopsie. Yeah, I can't remember what Professor Cosmo, was that even his name? I cannot remember what he gives you for bringing him back this item, this meteorite, but I know he gives you something, so we're gonna go run back to him very quickly and give him this meteorite just so that we can grab whatever he wants, and then we're gonna end the episode by getting our Mount Chimney encounter. We're gonna be able to go get an encounter inside our Jagged Pass, I think it's called. I can't remember. I don't know if you can actually get an encounter on the tippity top of Mount Chimney, so we may have to bypass that. Please hold on to your butts as we run through this as quickly as possible. A little too far. As we run through that as quickly as possible. Professor Cosmo, are you here, or did you go back to the mountain? No, you are here. Here you go, sir. I have a meteorite. Oh, I never should have let myself be caught into telling Team Magma where you could find meteorites. That meteorite from Meteor Falls, it's never going to be mine now. Oh, what? That item. Could it be? Is it the meteorite that Team Magma took from Meteor Falls? Please, may I have it? I'm not asking for it for free. How about in exchange for the stone? A stone? Gallade, that's new. Unfortunately, I don't know that we're going to be able to catch a Gallade in this game. Obviously, if we could have found one on like Route 2 or wherever they spawn, where our boy Wally found it, we could have had Gallade, which is like probably one of my top. I don't know. It's definitely up there in terms of my favorite fighting types ever. So favorite Pokemon ever, probably top 10 favorite Pokemon. There were Munchlax here. That's actually kind of cool. It's the first Munchlax we've seen. Yeah, that would have been really cool, I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know what else would be cool? Air conditioning, ice, popsicles, dilly bars, a beer at a ballpark. All of those things would have been cool, but still. Yeah, I would love to have a mail routes on the team and get a Gallade eventually, but sometimes you don't get what you want. Let's go ahead and put Texas out front because he's gonna help us capture whatever we encounter, not at Mount Chimney. Oh my, look at this hair, dude. Maybe I could just pretend. Oh no, I'm gonna have to fight a trainer first. Okay, I actually didn't have to fight this trainer first, but we're gonna fight this trainer first. It's Jagged Pass. This man's rocking Pineco. That's kind of unfortunate for us. We're gonna go into Georgie. This man's going for payback. Ouch. It's more damage than I'm comfortable with, so we're gonna go into Sashimi, who takes that much better, and then we can rock slide this thing. Look at that. Much smarter option. And then we have a Fortress coming in next, which is a big no-no. Just a big ol' no-no, honestly. Everything about this is a big ol' no. Gonna go into Clile. Gonna bulldoze this thing. Mirror Shot. How much damage are we talking here? I mean, that's not horrible. Let's go for the low sweep now. That's a crit. Going for one more Mirror Shot. We're probably fine to stay in. Just want to Super Potion up real fast to really make sure of it. Go for the Brick Break. Did I just miss the Brick Break? Did I just miss the Brick Break? Did I just live on 4 HP? The answer is yes, I did. Were you scared? Because I was not. Retro, come on in. I know it's a bug type. What is this damage, dude? What is this damage? Is it based on the weight differential? I feel like I'm a pretty big boy. Why are you nimble? Why is he nimble? What does nimble mean? Aqua Tail this thing into next century. Thank you, Sashimi, for taking care of that. That was way scarier than I wanted it to be. Yeah, that was like horrifying in every single way. Go ahead and heal up everybody. Okay, let's get our Jagged Pass encounter before I forget about it and before I run out of time in today's episode. Jagged Pass encounter, it's gonna be a spoink, 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 spoink. Is it the most exciting encounter? No, we already have a Psychic type in the box, and we already have a Psychic type on the team. But you don't say no to an encounter. I know I'm confused, but I'm gonna bullet punch this thing. I'm not gonna crit it. You don't have to worry about that at all. We're past the days of critting things. Look at that. He has Psyshock, so you know what? This guy's fine. This man is totes my-goats fine. I tried to use a potion. I actually wanted to use a Pokeball on this thing and capture it. It should be pretty easy. It's a Spoink. No offense, Spoink, but you're adorable. I know you're adorable. But not exactly the Pokemon we're looking for. Spoink was captured, however, and his data is going to be added to the Pokedex. Spoink is the Bounce Pokemon. A Pokemon that manipulates psychic power at will. It doesn't stop bouncing even when it is asleep. It loves eating mushrooms that grow underground. I'll tell you what Bounce reminds me of. Dryer Sheets, because it's a brand of Dryer Sheet. I just bought Dryer Sheets the other day. And I believe the name of the scent of the Dryer Sheet that I bought was called Moonlight Sonata. So you know what? We're gonna go ahead and nickname this thing Sonata, which is also a car, which connects back to the car that I was talking about earlier in this episode. I didn't buy a Honey Sonata, but I could have. It was an option. And that's gonna be our Spoink that goes into the box. Let's very quickly see what else we could have had instead of a Spoink and be very upset about what we could have had instead of a Spoink. I mean, a Pineco's not that great. Let's be honest. It's just a Pineco. It's not that great. A Murkrow is awesome, and I would have loved to have it. Please, though. A Murkrow is awesome, and I would have loved to have it. But it's okay. You don't always get what you want. A Honchkrow would have freaking loved it. But you know what? Again, you don't always get what you want. A Mankey, we got Clile. I don't need a fighting type because I got Clile. Apom, his evolution's ugly, so I don't need it anyway. Metatite, got a fighting type. I already told you I have a fighting type. There's the Spoink. There's probably like nothing else in here that we would have wanted. I mean, except for, okay, yeah, I mean, like maybe that. Yeah, that would have been cool. The Gligar would have been cool. The Stunky wouldn't have been bad. It would have been nice to have a dark type, to be honest. Except for maybe not Purloin. Yeah, don't get me wrong. There were some cool Pokemon in there we could have had. There's some cool Pokemon here as I'm looking right now that we could have had. But like only one of them? Probably Murkrow and, Gligar would have been the two that I wanted, but we already got Georgie as a flying type, so we really don't need either of those either. So I think we're totally fine to not be too upset about what happened there. I'm so glad I have both of these bikes. That literally makes me so happy. Don't remember how to do tricks. There we go. There we go. Like, he's still got it. Just in his old age, he's still got. And we also got TM69 gear, which is going to contain, excuse me, TM69 contains rock polish. That is, they did that on purpose. Kids, I can go ahead and tell you, they did that on purpose. If you don't know what it means, don't ask your parents. Okay, so in the next episode, because we're a little bit over time here, we have a couple trainers to fight, and then we're going to take on the 4th gym leader. And if we have enough time at the end of that episode, we can also actually get encounters. Look at this hair. We can also actually get encounters in the desert, which will be exciting. Probably a little bit more exciting than this Spoink. No offense, Spoink. But probably a little bit more exciting than said Spoink. And then in the episode after that, we're going to be taking on the 5th gym. So you get a couple gyms that go really fast here. And I may also do, I think when we do whatever the episode is that we fight our dad, the 5th gym leader, I think I will also go get all of our fishing encounters. Because we'll get Surf after we beat Norman, so it kind of makes sense to go do that, in my opinion. Then maybe I'll explore the watery routes. I have no idea. Of course, there's encounters to get there, so I probably should. That's probably what we're going to do. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you subscribe to become a citizen of PlaycrastiNation today. And if you know anyone that you think would be a great Playcrastinator, go ahead and send them on by because we'd love to have them. No, you dummy. The good news is every time I do that, I realize it earlier and earlier every time. So by the end of the series, hopefully I just stop saying it. See you guys next time.